Powerhouse Promotions presents The Hunter's Journal with host Jason Housley. Each year, the team of The Hunter's Journal travels across North America and beyond in pursuit of the ultimate in outdoor adventures. Our seasons are filled with highs and lows as we try to capture on video our passion for the outdoors while dealing with the two most unpredictable elements on Earth, Mother Nature and wildlife. This is The Hunter's Journal. The Hunter's Journal is being brought to you by CBA, Bushnell Optics, Night and Hail, Federal Premium Ammunition, Wildlife Research Center, Mothwing Camo Technologies, Matthews, Mojo Outdoors, Cannon Safes, Diamondback Truck Covers, and by Under Armour Performance Apparel.
Welcome to this edition of the Hunter's Journal. I'm your host, Jason Housley, and on today's show, we're going to be heading to Kansas for an early season muzzleloader hunt with my good friend Darius Meitler of Wolf Creek Outfitters.
Out here driving around looking at some of our property. We got roughly about 10,000 acres of rolling hills, pasture land, CRP fields, some creek bottoms, and right now the crops are in. The Milo's still standing out here, some stand and feed. We have soybeans and feed, and nothing's been cut yet, so we got lots of cover out there. The deer have been moving pretty good. We got a little cool front moved in this weekend, hoping that lasts a couple days, get the deer moving early. Probably going to be an early morning, late afternoon type hunt. Have some real good genetics around. Any deer that are getting in that 4.5, 5 years old are going to be good trophies. I've been seeing some the last few weeks. Got some trail camera pictures of some real nice deer, so hoping everything works out and one of them come out with a little shooting light and we get a whack at one.
Well, here we are. First morning in Kansas, and it's been absolutely pouring probably for the last 2 hours. It's just now 6 o'clock, and man, it's been lightning and popping and raining, but just gonna throw on the Rivers West, and we're gonna go out there and get in a box blind, me and Anthony, and maybe if we wait a couple hours, the deer start coming back out, because I can guarantee you right now they're up in our cedar trees somewhere.
Ought to be a good morning. Got about a 12-acre alfalfa field with an 1.5 acre soybean food plot sitting right there out front of the blind, and I think this weather clears out, them deer ought to move.
Yeah, well, on a morning like today, you don't really know kind of what to expect. You just get out there, and like I say, them deer right now are going to be hunkered down underneath them cedars and whatnot, but they, as soon as the sun comes up, even if it's misting or just raining, that lightning stops a little bit, them deer are going to move. Most guys are laid up in their bed this morning, but saying, oh, just forget it, I'll hunt in the afternoon, but this morning may be a good morning to kill a big old buck. Pretty cool, 15. Yeah, perfect. As the morning wore on, we kept seeing more and more deer, but nothing of the caliber we were looking for. Stay tuned after the break. We'll continue this early season hunt in Kansas.
Introducing the 2008 line of America's most accurate muzzleloaders by CBA. The Acura, a new standard in break action muzzleloading. The Optima Elite interchangeable barrel system. Electra, world's first electronic ignition muzzleloader. So how are we able to do it? All of these CBA rifles come with a premium Bergara barrel. That's how. Learn more at CBA.com or BergaraBarrels.com.
The North American whitetail meets the new breed of hunter with a new breed of bullet. New Fusion, born one molecule at a time and fused into the ultimate deer hunting bullet. Fusion retains an average 90% of its killing weight during penetration and expands up to 250% for devastating impact at any range. Fusion, power harnessed, power focused, power released. Fusion, let it loose.
99%. That's right, 99%. Testing done at Rutgers University found Scent Killer to be over 99% effective at stopping replicated human odor. What's your number?
99%.
Scent Killer, 99%.
99%.
Mine's 99%.
99.
That's some serious performance. Use what the pros use. Scent Killer, over 99% effective. Look for the 99%.
Hi folks, we're running from camp to camp to set the record straight. Bushnell arc is the smartest and easiest way to nail a steep shot. This thing spits out a true shooting distance based on my angle. Like right there, that's 32 yards, but I aim like he's 25. Ha ha, pork chops. Or Big Daddy right there, almost 10 yards difference. Smoked him. Arc does all the thinking, we just get to do all the fun stuff. The new Scout 1000 with Arc by Bushnell.
This portion of the Hunter's Journal is being brought to you by Evolved's Rotten Apples.
Welcome back to the Hunter's Journal.
This week's On Target tip is brought to you by Federal Ammunition.
The biggest news from Federal is the trophy bonded tip. This slick new bullet combines all the best features from today's top big game bullets. Its core is designed on the proven trophy bonded bear claw, so you get great weight retention and a perfect mushroom every time. That means it'll penetrate through the dense muscle and bone and get to the vitals.
Here we are, it's the second day of our hunt out here in Kansas with Wolf Creek, and it's about 4:30 right now. This morning I had on my Rivers West jacket this morning. Wind was blowing pretty good and there was a storm coming in, but now it's about 90 degrees, so that's the way it can do out here with these fronts. Front came in right before season opened on the 15th, and now it's warming up again. So as we say, it's an hour after daylight, maybe, and then you might have 30 or 45 minutes. Right there it does. So it's going to be hot. We're going to sit in a ground blind overlooking a big ravine. The day before season we videoed a nice buck here that's got some real long main beams, real pretty buck. Hopefully he'll come back up again tonight, but we're gonna have to sit there and sweat it out literally for a while. There's a rattlesnake. Well, here it is. It's 8:30, and a big buck showed up about 8:13. You know, just too late for us to. It was past shooting hours, and here comes Darius with our ride. Called him on cell phone, told him to come in and just bump him out with the truck, but man, we was close. He's 80 yards in front of us, and that's just the way it is. When it's 90 degrees, they're going to come out right there at dark. Nothing you can do about it. Just hope you catch them, you know, as early as you can. But if he'd have walked a little faster, we'd have been there. But it just didn't work out. We'll just come up with another plan tomorrow and see what happens, I guess.
I can't believe it. You ought to see all the damage.
What do they take, sir?
I don't know. They did a lot of damage.
They stole my computer. They destroyed my desk. I was real lucky though. I had all my important stuff in my Canon safe, and they're not getting in there.
Nothing protects like a cannon.
Introducing the new Matthews DXT. Here's to realizing your dreams. Matthews, catch us if you can.
Will you adapt? Mojo, the most revolutionary thing to happen to duck hunting in the last 100 years. Mojo has you covered. Mojo Mallard and Super Mojo Mallard, the best of the best. Baby Mojo, all Mojo at an affordable price. Mojo Floater, realistic and practically unsinkable. Wing Thang, and lots of flash for a very low price. And the all-new Mojo Teal with super fast wings takes the concept to a whole new level. Want to know more? Go to MojoOutdoors.com.
This portion of the Hunter's Journal is being brought to you by Boning Archery.
Spraying down real good with this scent killer tonight. Darius and Taylor over there found a big buck standing over here by an old homestead that we had hunted a couple nights ago. But they went in this old house to try to see where we'd been hunting, and this big buck is like living right there, bedding right there around that old home place. So just kind of a shot in the dark, but he's the biggest buck we've seen, so we're just gonna ease in there tonight, try to get around that old home place, get up in that tall grass, and either he's laying in there and he'll stand up, or we'll catch him as he comes through to go feed or something. So it's kind of chancy, but you got to go after the biggest buck you know about.
He's a good buck, a lot of mass, got split brow tines. I think you'd be real happy with him if we get a crack
Plus
at
those
him.
other bucks we hunted in here the other night, I mean, there could be 2 or 3 bucks in here together.
Yeah, that's right. So makes it all the more tedious getting in here without bumping deer, but we'll go slow and get in tight.
Let's do it. Hey guys, if you've ever videoed for any amount of time whatsoever, you know that you always have to make sure the record button's on when you're videoing. Sometimes you'll be videoing something and you think you're recording and you're not recording. You think you've got some awesome footage. You go back and look at the tape and you don't. Sometimes you double tap the record button, you're already recording, and in your excitement you tap it again. Well, that's exactly what happened on this hunt. It was getting dark in the barn, and all of a sudden this big buck walks right outside the door, and we did not get it on video. But needless to say, the hunt was awesome, and it didn't take away from any of the celebration that night whatsoever. When he walked up there to that wall, I didn't even look at his horns. I couldn't even tell. I didn't have time to pick up my binoculars and look at him. I just saw him standing next to that wall, and I see him turn his head. And I just took my sights and lowered them down, and when they got right there in the middle, pow, I let that CVA eat. Looked like he bounced off the wall and hit the ground. We hadn't walked up on him yet. I just called Darius. They're elated. He said he's going to kiss me on the lips if it's the buck he thinks it is. They came in here last night. We were over here quite a ways away and didn't really see much, and they just kind of snuck in here to look at where we'd been hunting, and that's how we found this buck living around this old barn and homestead in here. This was his safety place. We weren't seeing him in that volunteer wheat because he was hanging out here until it was totally dark. That's how the big bucks get big. Let's go over and see what we got.
Let me see him, boys.
Go over and look at him.
I mean, you might be disappointed, but
Is that him? Huh?
yeah, baby!
I'll tell you what. Told you. Look right here. That's where he was standing, right there. Like that. I was like, golly. Taylor, get down and get your hands on him, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I was sitting over in that house over, and I said, Lord, you know we need this. Then I tell you what, Anthony saw him out of that door, and he said, come down here. And I ran down there to that door, couldn't see him. Couldn't see him. He said, run down those, you know, like this. You know what I mean? I took one step, I said, no. I ran all the way back to the door, and I'm looking, and Anthony said, no, he's right there. And I'm thinking, right here, because there was one, you couldn't see nothing but the tips, and I'm like, that grass over around that door is this high, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? He's going to hear me if I run out. He made it from right there to right here in about 2 minutes. And if he wouldn't have been standing right here, you know that little luck we was talking about, how you got to get sometimes? We got it tonight. We got it tonight. Stay tuned for more whitetail action on the Hunter's Journal right after these messages.
Rack Blaster from Night and Hail. One call for all sounds. Plus, inhale, exhale for those hyperventilating, tending, and chase grunts. Rack Blaster, the revolutionary blasting chamber mouthpiece, focuses the air and forces it consistently across the reed system, producing louder, realistic grunts. Adjustable O-ring means you change the tone from angry, mature buck grunts to fawn bleats. One call for your trophy of a lifetime. This portion of the Hunter's Journal is being brought to you by the Power Loader from Great Day.
Welcome back to the Hunter's Journal. Now we're going to be going with my good buddy Darius Meitler as he goes after a nice buck with his Matthews.
That's a smaller buck off the trail camera pictures.
Is that? I couldn't tell where you hit him. Good? Huh?
So, I think I hit him good. Thank you, Lord. Well, you don't get much better than that, boys. We woke up this morning late. Decided we're gonna go anyway. It's supposed to blow really hard today, so we sneak into the stand. We're about 50 yards from the stand. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Anyhow, I catch this buck standing on the edge of this field. I got caught with my pants down, so I picked up the grunt tube. He was slightly quartering to, but I punched him pretty good behind the shoulder, right height. It looked good, so we're gonna sneak back in here, get on the blood trail, see if we can't find the arrow, and hopefully that muzzy tore him up. I think it probably did the job. Here he is, boys. There he is. Nice buck, boys. Nice little 3-year-old buck. I got some trail camera pictures of him this summer in velvet. There's another big 10-pointer in here. It's kind of what we were after, but we came in here this morning and grunted this nice deer in. And he was quartering to a little bit, and I hit him good. He didn't go 60 yards from where I shot him. The old muzzy broadhead did the trick again. So anyhow, we got a nice buck. It looked good on the wall. We'll get him gutted and take a few pictures and get out of here.
For more information on hunting huge Kansas whitetails or spring turkeys with Darius Meitler at Wolf Creek Outfitters, contact Darius at 785-525-6200 or log on to their website at wolfcreekhunting.net. Well, here we are. It's 12 o'clock on the 18th and just having a little extra recreational fun down here by the pond. Didn't have anything to do, so we thought we'd come out here and get stuck. Actually, they were checking calves this morning, slipped off in here, and I was dumb enough to think I could come in here and save them, slipped off in there after them. So the old man had to come with the tractor and laugh at us and pull us out. But once we get out of here, we'll be back to our hunting regimen.
The Hunter's Journal is being brought to you by CBA, Bushnell Optics, Night and Hail, Federal Premium Ammunition, Wildlife Research Center, Mothwing Camo Technologies, Matthews, Mojo Outdoors, Cannon Safes, Diamondback Truck Covers, and by Under Armour Performance Apparel. Closed captioning is provided by Muzzy Broadheads.